In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until enlightenment. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain a Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until attaining enlightenment. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Om Sawa Shida, Sawa Dhamma, Sawa Shida Hong. All phenomena become void from within the state of emptiness. Upon a precious ground appears a lovely, boundless palace, complete with its perfect attributes, within which I vividly appear as the great compassionate one. Arising from the a moon disk at my heart is marked with the syllable free. From the free at my heart, light rays radiate and invite the glorious Guru, who is indivisible from the great compassionate one. Surrounded by the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the four families, he appears in the space in front of me and sits upon a moon disk resting on a 1,000-petal lotus flower, which sits upon a jeweled throne. Homage to the Gurus, who embody all Buddhas, whose essence is the Vajra holder, and who are the root of the three jewels. Homage and praise to radiant Amitabha, the Dharmakaya of all the bliss-gone ones of the three times, appearing as Avalokiteshvara, the 11th-faced one who gazes upon all beings of the six realms. Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Homage and praise to the Sagata of the five families, who prevail over skillful means and supreme wisdom, and who, though inseparable from space-like Dharmakaya, emanate distinctly in rainbow-like forms. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate goddesses who offer flowers, incense, lamps, perfumes, food, and the like. Vajra holders and others, please heed me. With heartfelt regret, I confess all transgressions of the three kinds of vows, which I have committed while overpowered by ignorance. Whatever wrongs I have done at any time, I confess them with great fear. From now on, I will not allow them to happen again. I rejoice in all virtue, and I supplicate you to turn the wheel of Dharma. Holding in mind the awakened state of Buddhahood, I dedicate all virtues to supreme enlightenment. May all sentient beings be endowed with happiness. May they be free from all suffering. May they never be without happiness, and may they abide in great equanimity. Om Sawashira Sawadama Sawashir Hong. Om Shanyata Janana Benza Sambha Atma Kong Hum.
So do some do something. No, don't tell us. Ni la pema, ne tan chi ba yang ja. Nan po po ji, le kun do ko bo lan so ji. Yo ji xiao ji zo ya, ka ji jiang ma de. Marbo to denga, jin bango jana basa, sare soji tambo, toka ta jayen, gam tre sun ben chuji, ye ben ko lo jen ba de. Yang ji bi bi ma, tong sun bi ti lo ye ba ye. Na ye hong sun zhen ba, wu ti la san li gu jia da. Gu ju zhang yin chu ji, ye ti tar tong la san ji. The Dimba, oh, Lord, Jin, Adonai, Neda Papa Yangaba, Gajin, Jin Shanda, Yen, Daji, Benji. As a carbon to God the carbon Potala Jesus Gordon
Om Shan Shabawa Shoda Sawadama Sabawa Shudo Hong Om Shonita Janana Benza Sambawa Atmako Hong. All phenomena that are subsumed under perceiver and perceived become empty. From within this state, the nature of my mind appears as a white tree upon a lotus and moon disk. From it, light streams forth and fulfills the purpose of sentient beings. The light then gathers back into the Ri, which transforms into a golden lotus marked with a Ri. From the Ri, light emanates once again in the forms of hooks and lassos that invite the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. They dissolve into the lotus and the Ri and instantly transform into myself, appearing as noble Avalokiteshvara. My body is youthful, white in color, with 11 faces. The main face is white, the right face is green, and the left face is red. Above them, the middle face is green, the right face is red, and the left face is white. Above them, the middle face is red, the right face is white, and the left face is green. These faces have a peaceful expression. Above all of them is a black, wrathful face with 3 eyes, bared fangs, and a menacing, frowning grimace. Above it is a red, peaceful face with a crown protrusion. Unadorned, it is visible from the neck up. Of my 8 main hands, the first 2 on top are folded at prayer at my heart. Below it, the second 2 holds a crystal mala. The third is in the gesture of supreme generosity, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a lotus. The third holds the anointing vase, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. My remaining 992 hands are in the gesture of supreme giving, and each one has 1,000 eyes on the palm. I am adorned with ornaments of precious gems, and I am wearing an upper garment of antelope skins draped over my left breast. My lower garment is made from Benares. My crown is adorned with a diadem of beautiful silks, and I emit rays of white light. At my heart, upon a moon disk, is the white letter 3, whose light rays invite Avalokiteshvara and his retinue from the pure land of Portela. Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Ja, Hum, Ba, Ho. We merge inseparably, and my 3 places become marked with the syllables Om, Ah, Hum. Again, light radiates from the 3 at my heart, which causes the 5 Tathagatas to come here. From their hearts emanate the 4 mothers holding primordial wisdom nectar, which they use to bestow empowerments directly upon me. The nectar overflows and transforms into the essence of the Guru, appearing as Amitabha at my crown, Akshobhya at my forehead, Ratnasambhava behind my right ear, Amoga Siddhi behind my left ear, and Varachena at the nape of my neck. Thus I am crowned by the lords of the 5 families. At my heart, upon a lotus and moon, is the essence of the wisdom being, the great compassionate one. He is the size of a thumb joint, and at his heart is a samadhi being appearing as a white letter 3. From it, light issues forth and purifies the obscurations of all beings, and they all transform into the great compassionate one. The light then returns and dissolves back into the tree.
Tangadaya Samya Sambhava Savatangadi Adebe Samya Sambhava Namaya Valokiti Suraya Buddhisataya Nasudoya Mokurenika Teyato Om Daradara Dedededede Achachachalatale Bhatane Bhatane Kusama Kusama Nare Limine Titadolama Buddha Namadaya Namadaya Guru Birutam Maharandaya Tatambataya Arahati Sayasambhita Namasavatatangadevi Adevi Samyasambhitivi Namaya Shuraya Bodhisattva Masadaya Makurinaka Neyata Om Dara Dara Adamati Duludule Atole Pratan Kusana Kusana Elemele Chittadolama Buddha Namorana Doya Namaya Jana Sanguram Birutam Maharaya Duttavadaya Ahadesaya Sambhita Namasavada Danga Devi Devi Sambhiti Namah Shuraya Bhazzasatoya Masatoya Makarindekaya Teyata Om Daradara Dedededede Yedevede Tanidana Tatale Bata Kusuma Kusuma Nilemele Chittadula Mapodo Yava Beadam Duru 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 Yada Duru 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 Kusuma Kusuma Yada Duru 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 Kusuma Kusuma Theodo Duru 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 Kusuma Kusuma Theodo Duru 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 Kusuma 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 Theodo Duru 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 Kusuma Kusuma Java Mani Bimihur Amani
Om Sambhava Shada Sawadama Sambhava Shada Hung. All phenomena become void from within this state. From a tree at my heart emanate the letter broom, which travels to the space in front of me. The broom then melts and transforms into a palace of jewels, square with 4 doors. Inside is a jeweled throne and a moon disk upon which is a multicolored 8-petal lotus. At its center is a Hri, which transforms into the great compassionate one, crystal clear, resembling myself. His body is youthful, white in color, with 11 faces. The main face is white, the right face is green, and the left face is red. Above them, the middle face is green, the right face is red, and the left face is white. Above them, the middle face is red, the right face is white, and the left face is green. These faces have a peaceful expression. Above all of them is a black, wrathful face with 3 eyes, bared fangs, and a menacing, frowning grimace. Above it is a red, peaceful face with a crown protrusion. Unadorned, it is visible from the neck up. Of his 8 main hands, the first 2 on top are folded in prayer at his heart. Below it, the second right hand holds a crystal mala. The third is in the gesture of supreme generosity, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a lotus. The third holds an anointing vase, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. His remaining 992 hands are in the gesture of supreme giving, and each 1,000 hands has an eye on its palm. It is adorned with ornaments of precious gems, and wears an upper garment of antelope skin draped over his left breast. The lower garment is made from Benares. The crown is adorned with a diadem of beautiful silks, and he emits rays of white light. Above, a Hri transforms into red Amitabha, his hands in the gesture of samadhi. In the east, a Hung transforms into blue Akshubhya, his hands in the earth-touching gesture. In the south, a Tram transforms into yellow Ratnasambhava, his hands in the gesture of supreme giving. In the west, the Om transforms into white Amvarachana in the aspect of supreme awakening. In the north, an Ah transforms into green Amoga city with his hands in the gesture of granting protection. All of them are adorned with jewels, and their 3 places are marked with 3 seed syllables. The light radiating from the 3 syllables invites the wisdom beings who dissolve into him. Thus we have merged non-dually.
道结清净住了，净老三大了，这个能可引得也没，将这个家中引动所大胆欣然走了，人上巴了，大给您个上，准备没多多个他，满没这叫小子，日不拉嘛，难见说。
Homage to the gurus who embody all the Buddhas, whose essence is the Vajra holder and who are the root of the three jewels. Homage and praise to radiant Amitabha, the Dharmakaya of all the bliss-gone ones of the three times, appearing as Avalokiteshvara, the 11th-faced one who gazes upon all beings of the six realms. Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Homage and praise to the Sagatas of the five families who prevail over skillful means and supreme wisdom, and who, though inseparable from space-like Dharmakaya, emanate distinctly in rainbow-like forms. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate goddesses who offer flowers, incense, lamps, perfumes, food, and the like. Vajra holder and others, please heed me. With heartfelt regret, I confess all transgressions of the three kinds of vows, which I have committed while overpowered by the three poisons. Whatever wrongs I have done at any time, I confess them with great fear. From now on, I will not allow them to happen again. I rejoice in all virtue, and I supplicate you to turn the wheel of Dharma. Holding in mind the awakened state of Buddhahood, I dedicate all virtues to supreme enlightenment. The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, the sun, and the moon. By visualizing it as a Buddha realm and offering it, may all beings enjoy the perfect purity of this realm. Having offered this excellent and pleasing mandala, may we experience no obstacles on the path to awakening. May we realize the enlightened mind of the Sargatas of the 3 times. May we neither stray into samsara nor rest in nirvana's peace. May all beings, limitless as the sky is vast, become liberated. Streams of primordial wisdom nectar descend from the fingers of myself and the great compassionate one in front, filling the vase completely.
Devi Solo Sambhadebe Namaya Loke Yoraya Buddha Satoya Masadoya Makariniku Yantu Daradana Ediridu Adala Diridana Kusum Kusum Nare de Melatitan Mapono So Namarino to yo Namayan Yangaram Berotan Naharam Doyo Tutungu Tuyo Arahate Suyosambeda Namaza Dodango Debe Debe Myosande Namaya Loki Yoraya Bodhisattva Asadoya Makarinika Nyata Durada Du Atamati Tolitane Adane Bata Kusama Kusama Nele Mele Titandolama Kanasa Namoreno Doyo Namaya Jana Sangudam Berujan Maharam Jaya Tutungataya Ahate Suyasambhata Namasada Devadevi O Devi Suyasambhati Namaya Loke Shoraya Bhattasadaya Masadaya Makarinika Dara Dara Kusama Kusama Vare Dimilitita Mapanaya Sava Yadam Duru 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 Kusama Kusama Yadam Duru 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 Kusama Kusama Niyadam Duru 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 Yadam Duru 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 Kusama Kusama Yada Duru 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 Kusama Kusama Yada Duru 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 Kusama Kusama Duru 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 Kusama Kusama Mapanaya Sava Amani 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 Bime Amani Bime Amani Bime Mani Bime
Then I, the deity wisdom being, dissolve into the main deity in front. Above my crown is Lama Bu Nima, who supplicates the noble one on my behalf. In the English language, Lama Bu Nima's praise to noble Avalokiteshvara.
有世界更多这些我曾被那些隐瞒的，我们本着着了解的些，要用中年所言对吧呢？我们走到全错了路，看见到的突然能看，也今天在讲不要老师。也对边错的他就说的，那真的起不那个名，让就的他忙就他，等了那个八个，呀，就等我做了说，那就等那马是我生节的，老爷子我知道从白的。特别讲究特别这般的，一点时间我们做了啥？老的些把每个的困难子，的些难他个件事，三句的都这公司，所用世界非没那么近，这些人变成么生气。下来几把刀刀子，今天白马就都少一样，可我懂得能够真爱的，真爱这么的长辈子，这辈子家人们不近，白马做到少年儿时，度过这件多大的烟云。人情满不风波你来见，我们这边说的有点远，这都不变那么样不高，你家的毕竟只能讲，这么没不被门出了你，这个我的被门都对讲，世界可让出了那这。都是这辈子相当子，特别紧张出去考试时，你是那么不有手，到处对人就那个那些，圣诞之间考试的不对，路径就是都工作来家，世界更多这一些业务。从别那些也忙着，我们注重了解的些，用作你所有的把你，们错的全错了着，看也到都突然那个，你今天是讲不要老师，也对别错的大家说的。那天的几把那个门，让就的到梦就谈，你听见的了那个跟着，有就等过了山，那就等那马是把孙家的，所以做都当成白的，特别讲究特别这般的。一定瞬间我们做了啥？老的些把每个的困难的，老的些难他就是，所有决定到这公司，所用世界非没那么近，之前让本充满深处，下来几把都是，境界白满就都上阴阳。可我懂得能够真爱的，真爱全没得长命的，这辈子家人们不近，本命做到少年儿时，懂得这件多大的业缘，人情忙不过你来见，我们说的就偏远，这都不本那么样不看。你就都毕竟只能唱，这么没把别人出了你，对别人的别人的得奖，世界各人出了奴子， 都是这辈日子相当的，特别紧张，特别怕事。求你是那么不你我说，都就那个那是，那最近科技这个对，了解就的都往出来就，世界高的这一些曾被那世界满的。俺们注重了你这东西，用作你所应的嘛你，民族的全从来住，可以多突然了那个，也今日自己不要老身，也对别叫的多少说的，我的那几把那个命，让就的到梦就谈。Jiten la na ka pa kunda nya jiten go polo san no jiten la ma sa sum jete o lo tu tu da chang be tu o tu pe jang ju tu be tu ben ze yo jiten sum jang gu mo cho lo san no de se pa mi ku de gu lan zhe no de se na to e se no sai ju de do de gong san yo sa yong se ji bi me na ber ji o zhi yin na ben chong ma sen chen yo xia de ji ba da da zi o jin ji bi ma ju de sa yin yan o ko dong da nang go chen e di o zhi me o cha ma de zong ben zi o zi be zi ji le ma fu ji o pe men cho da san ni nga shi yo tung go zhe jian du da de ye yun o ri ji ma bu bu wa ni ne ji o lo men chap de sab de ye ye yun o ri da bu bu na ma yun ba ka yo ni ja du ki jin ji na cha na bu na ni ja du ki jin ji na cha o chi ma me pe pe men cho lo na o te ve ngu ne pe men dap tar ja o si je ka ra cho lo nu chi o to zu chi pe ri do cha do zi o te pe jin yong cho jin pa ri se o cho ni su na ma bo ni o so o to tu de wen ju ne ka ne se o sun tar zi jin ka ju ji go tu o le jin ju de du bong chong le jar yo se ji ka de zai she o chang be ne sa ye ma de o ngan ben zhong zhong le ji zhi de shi o yong zuo ni a sa yin di ma ni o mi cho da juan cho le zhu ya kan ye da du tu ran na le ku ye jin ne zi ge mo ye lo shi ye tu ben cho da da jo so tu no te ne ji bo ne pi me no ji wa da da mong ji wa ta ji tin ji ten la na ga pa kun da jo
I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, Peds, Bad, Grads, Maraba, Mawish, Granting, King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing all this gun. Once you crowns adore me, the Buddha boundless light, you generous that is too hungry. Ghost, your left hands adore me, the lotus. Your perfume hair flashes relighting bound up like red gold garlands. Oh, your face is beautiful, shining full moon, and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite, you smelling bodies white as the snow in coat, your hotly greeting Pearls you are draped in radiance like the red of dawn. Your heart sped like perfect lotus Susa. Ranged on a still lake, you think like the atom. Clouds, many jewels adorn your shoulders, you young. Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. Your left bed is covered by antelope. Light beautified by fine earrings, bestlets and anklets. You are bowed on a pristine pure. To send your belly smooth as a lotus petal. Your sublime gold bed is studded with fine gems from your hips, thread garment of the finest silk, souping wisdom of the Buddha gone be. Young gathering vast merit, you reach the sublime lower ends, liberators of the light. You dispel age and disease, you are supreme among beings, victor over Mars. Whose golden neck and NyungNe beautify your feet. You form boundless secure beings in peace, dignified like elephant, graceful as one. Doctrines keeper all accumulations. Done savor from the oceans of Milky water. Men or women, if you rise each day at dawn, devote your mind with respect to Chenrezig, and you praise him with his excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all of you worthy and transcended wishes will be fulfilled in this life and all of your future lives. I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Marabama, wish granting, King of sages, supreme protector. I prostrate, noble body containing all these gone ones, you crowns adorn with the Buddha boundless light. You generous as used to hungry ghost. Your left hands adorn with all those. Your perfume have flashes with lighting burn up like red gold garlands. How your face is beautiful, shining full moon, and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite. You smelling bodies white as a snowing coat. Your oblique drifting pearls, you are decked in radiance like the red of dawn. You heart sped like perfect lotus Susa. Ranged on a still lake, you think like the atom. Clouds, many jewels adorn your shoulders, you young. Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope hide, beautified by fine earrings, bestlets and anklets. You are bowed on a pristine pure. To send your belly smooth as a lotus petal. Your sublime gold bed is studded with fine gems from your hips, thread garments of the finest silk, souping wisdom of the Buddha gone be. Young gathering vast merit, you reach the sublime lower ends, liberate souls of delight. You dispel age and disease, you are supreme among beings, victor over Mars. Holds golden neck and NyungNe beautify your feet. You form boundless static, you beings in peace, dignified like elephant, graceful as swan. Doctrines keeper all accumulations. Done savor from the oceans of Milky water. Men or women, if you rise each day at dawn, devote your mind with respect to Chenrezig, and you praise him with his excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all of Your worldly and transcended wishes will be fulfilled in this life and all of your future lives. I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the Guru of the universal by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Marabama wish-granting, King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing all bliss gone. Once you crowns adorned with the Buddha boundless light, you generous stars used to hungry ghost, you left hands adorned with a gold lotus. Your perfume hair flashes with lighting bound up like red gold garlands. How your face is beautiful, shining full moon, and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite, you smell in bodies white as a snowing coat, your hotly greeting. Pearls, you are decked in radiance like the red dawn. You had sped like perfect lotus Susa, ranged on a still lake, you sting like the autumn clouds. Many jewels adorn your shoulders, you young palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. You left spread is covered by antelope hide, beautified by funny rings, blessed anklets. You are bowed on a pristine pure to send your belly smooth as a lotus petal. You sublime gold bed is studded with fine gems from your hips, straight garments of the finest silk, supreme wisdom of the Buddha can be. Young gathering vast merit, you reach the sublime lower and liberate the souls of the light. You dispel age and disease, you are supreme among beings, victor over Mars, whose golden necks and NyungNe beautify your feet. You for boundless set sick you beings in peace, dignified like elephant, graceful as swan, doctrines keeper all accumulations, dan saver from the oceans of milk and water. Men or women, if you rise each day at dan, devote your mind with respect to Chenrezig, and you praising with this excellent pure song, which like clearly and purely, then all of your worldly and transcendent wishes will be fulfilled in this life and all of your future life.
Please grant me your blessings that the teaching and the holder of the teachings will remain for a long time, and that myself and all sentient beings may train in bodhicitta. Grant your blessing that we may fully attain the union of shamatha and vipassana, and that we may perfectly realize omniscient wisdom. This torma, endowed with perfect color, odor, taste, and potency, I offer to noble Avalokiteshvara, the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. In this and all my future lives, may I be born in a good family, and may I be endowed with a clear intellect free from pride, and may I have great compassion and devotion to the Guru. May my samaya which has risen may remain firm. May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase, higher and higher. By offering a bath with scented streams of nectar to the protector Avalokiteshvara, a lamp for wandering beings, may all defilements and the two kinds of obscurations of all beings be completely purified, and may there be the auspiciousness for all beings to achieve the stainless three kayas. Exalted Lord, please heed me. I request you to forgive my lack of clarity in meditation, corrupted mantra recitations, and impure activities regarding cleanliness, all of which I have committed while controlled by lethargy and agitation.
Om Bema Sodo Samaya Manabalaya Pema Sodo Dinoko Tido Sudakayo Mebawa Subhajalo Mebawa Anurudu Mebawa Sawasite Savakama Sudane Sudanjiyan Kuru Hum Ha 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 Hu Bang Sodo Tondo Pema Mena Pema Bama Samai Sado Wa Ho Mane Peme Nende Nankamba Yo Yebe Goma Sunjebe Sane Kabe Dudu Ye Chuje Santa Judi Layan Chirtan Bayu.
Om Mani Padme Hum. In the space before me is the exalted noble one who is born from the 6 syllables. He bathes me with the nectar that flows from my fingers, which purifies the 3 obscurations. The deity then dissolves into my crown.
Emaho. From here in the direction of the setting sun, beyond a multitude of innumerable
Emaho. From here in the direction of the setting sun, beyond a multitude of innumerable worlds, slightly elevated is the land of noble beings, the perfectly pure realm of Dewa Chen. Although Dewa Chen is not visible to our water bubble-like eyes, it can clearly appear in our minds. There resides the subduer and the victorious one, measureless light, who is of ruby red color and blazing radiance. He is adorned with a top knot on his head, the wheels on his feet, and so on, the 32 signs of perfection, and the 80 minor marks. He has a single face, 2 arms in the mudra of equanimity, holding an alms bowl. He wears the 3 Dharma robes. In crossed posture, he is seated on a lotus of 1,000 petals with a moon disk from which rises a Bodhi tree that serves as a backrest. From far away, he looks at me with the eyes of compassion. On his right is Bodhisattva, eyes of compassionate wisdom, Avalokiteshvara, of white color, holding in his left hand a white lotus. On his left is the Bodhisattva, great power Vajrapani, of blue color, holding in his left hand a lotus marked with a Vajra. Both of them extend their right hands toward us in the refuge bestowing mudra. These 3 main deities appear like Mount Meru, the king of mountains, radiant, pouring forth splendor and illuminating. They dwell accompanied by the retinue of 1 trillion Gelong bodhisattvas, all of them also of golden color, adorned with the marks and signs, dressed in the 3 Dharma robes of great resplendence. With a devotion that does not make any difference between near and far, I prostrate full of respect with my 3 doors. The Dharmakaya, limitless radiance, Lord of the Buddha families, emanates from his right hand light rays that become Chirizing, with billion secondary emanations of mighty Chirizing. From his left hand, he emanates light rays that become Tara, with 1 billion secondary emanations of Tara. From his heart, light rays go out, manifesting Padmasambhava, together with 1 billion secondary emanations of Ujjain. I prostrate to Dharmakaya measureless light. With the eyes of a Buddha during all 6 periods of the day and night, he constantly regards with love all sentient beings. His enlightened mind is constantly aware of whatever thoughts or ideas arise in the mind of all sentient beings. His enlightened ear constantly hears distinctly without confusion whatever words are spoken by all sentient beings. I prostrate to the all-knowing measureless light. Except for those who have rejected the Dharma or accomplish the deeds of immediate retribution. All who have faith in you and make their wishing prayers will be born in Dewa Chen, and their prayers will be fulfilled. It is said that in the bardo, he will come and will guide us into this land. I prostrate to the guide measureless light. Your lifespan lasting for countless kalpas, you stay here and do not go beyond suffering. If we pray to you with one pointed respect, it is said that except for the complete rightening of karma, the end of our life force will happen only after 100 years, and the various kinds of untimely death will be averted. I prostrate to Protector Amityas. It is said that it is a greater merit to join the palms out of faith on hearing the name of Amitabha and about Dewa Chen than to fill countless 3,000-fold universes of vast extent with jewels and to offer them as gifts. For this reason, I respectfully prostrate measureless light. Whoever hears the name of Amitabha and develops just once a faith, which comes from the depth of his heart and bones, is not empty talk, will never lose the path of enlightenment. I prostrate to Protector measureless light. From the time of hearing the name Buddha, measureless light, until obtaining Buddhahood, I will not be born in an inferior body, but will take birth in a good family and have a pure conduct in all lives to come. I prostrate to measureless light gone to bliss. My body and all my possessions, together with my roots of virtue, whatever offerings that are actually present or emanated by mind, including the auspicious substances, the 8 auspicious signs, the 7 precious items, and whatever offerings exist since all times, billions of 3,000-fold universes, and with their 4 continents, the central mountain, the sun, and the moon together, with all the wells of gods, nagas, and humans, I take them up in my mind and offer them to Amitabha. By the force of your compassion, accept this for my own benefit. I lay open and confess all the non-virtuous deeds which have been committed from beginningless time until now by myself and by all sentient beings headed by my father and mother. I lay open and confess the 3 unwholesome acts of body, killing, taking what is not given, and impure conduct. I lay open and confess the 4 unwholesome acts of speech, lying, slandering, rough speech, and gossip. I lay open and confess the 3 unwholesome acts of mind, covetousness, malice, and wrong views. I lay open and confess the 5 deeds of immediate retribution which we accumulate, killing our father, our mother, our teacher, or an arhat, and intending to cause harm to the body of the victorious one. I lay open and confess the evil deeds similar to the deeds of immediate retribution, killing a Gelong or a Getsu, making a nun fall, destroying a statue, stupa, or temple, and so on. I lay open and confess the evil acts of abandoning the Dharma, like abandoning the 3 supports, etc., the jewels, the temple, and the supreme speech. I lay open and confess all these accumulated very negative, useless actions like abusing bodhisattvas, which is of greater evil than to kill the sentient beings of the 3 realms. Compared to the 5 crimes of immediate retribution, it is more negative not to believe in the benefit of virtuous deeds and the difficulties resulting from non-virtue, and to think that this is not true and simply a pedagogical device. And this, although we receive explanations on the duration and the extent of suffering in the hell realms and so on, I lay open and confess this negative karma that makes liberation impossible. I lay open and confess all breakages and damages of the discipline of individual liberation, including the 5 categories of faults, the 4 root downfalls, the 13 with the remainder, the transgressions, the downfalls, the individually confessed damages, and the faults. I lay open and confess all transgressions concerning the Bodhisattva's training, the 4 negative actions, the 5, 5, and 8 downfalls. I lay open and confess the Samaya's damages of the secret mantra, the 14 root downfalls, and the transgressions of the 8 secondary vows. I lay open and confess all harmful deeds which I do not understand to be harmful, the non-virtuous deeds that I had committed due to not requesting vows, and all evil deeds which I was not aware of as actually being harmful, like impure conduct, sexual activity, drinking alcohol, and so on. I lay open and confess the serious transgressions and downfalls due to receiving refuge vows, initiations, and so on, but not knowing to keep the respective vows and commitments. Since a confession will not purify if there is no regret, I confess with great remorse, with shame, and with despair at my previous harmful deeds, as if poison had attained the depths of my being. Since there will be no purification if I am not keeping to my vows from now on, I promise in my mind from today onwards to never commit non-virtuous activities, even at the cost of my life. Please, Sargata, measureless light, and your heirs, grant your blessings so that my stream of being may be completely purified. When I hear about others who have accomplished wholesome acts, I abandon all unwholesome thoughts of jealousy and rejoice in their deeds with heartfelt joy, which is said to make us obtain a merit equal to theirs. For this reason, I rejoice in whatever virtuous deeds are accomplished by realized and ordinary beings. I also rejoiced in the vast activities accomplished for the benefit of beings due to the development in mind of supreme unsurpassed enlightenment. I rejoice in giving up the 10 unwholesome and performing the 10 wholesome acts to protect the life of others, to give offerings, to keep one's vows, to speak the truth, to reconcile adversities, to speak peacefully, gently, and sincerely, and to engage in conversations which are meaningful, to have little desire, to cultivate love and compassion, and to practice the Dharma. In all these virtuous acts, I rejoice. I exhort all those perfect Buddhas who dwell in all the myriad words of the 10 directions to quickly and extensively turn the wheel of Dharma without waiting any longer. Please be aware of this request with your clairvoyant mind. I supplicate all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, holders of the teaching, and spiritual friends who intend to go beyond suffering, to remain and not pass into nirvana. As it was shown, I dedicate all my virtuous acts of the 3 times for the benefit of sentient beings. May all of us quickly obtain unsurpassed enlightenment and stir the 3 realms of samsara from their depths. May these virtuous deeds quickly ripen for me and pacify the 18 causes of untimely death in this life. May I be endowed with physical strength of a healthy adolescent in full bloom. May my material wealth never decline, but increase as the river Ganges in the monsoon. May I practice the noble Dharma without danger through demons or enemies. May all my wishes be fulfilled in accordance with the Dharma. May it be of great benefit for the teaching and for beings. May it accomplish the true meaning of this human existence. At the very moment when I and all those who have connected with me pass beyond this life, may the emanation of Buddha Amitabha, surrounded by his retinue of Sangha of monks, actually come to meet us. On seeing him, may our mind be happy and joyful, and may there be no more suffering of death. May, by the force of their miraculous powers of the 8 Bodhisattva brothers, appear in the sky and guide us, indicating the path to Dewa Chen. The suffering in the lower realms is unbearable, and the joy and well-being of gods and humans is impermanent. Understanding this, may I develop a fearful mind and develop disgust with samsara that had to be endured from beginless time until now. Even those who go from one supreme human life to another experience countless times of birth, old age, sickness, and death. In these difficult, degenerate times, when there are many obstacles and the well-being and happiness of humans and gods are similar to food mixed with poison, may have not even a hair tip of attachment, may be free of even the slightest attachment to relatives, food, wealth, and companions. which are impermanent and illusory like a dream. May I understand the countries, places, and lodgings to have no real existence, just like the places and houses in my dream. Like in a criminal liberated from prison, may I, without ever looking back, escape from the ocean of samsara that knows no freedom to the pure realm of Dewa Chen. Having cut all links of attachment and desire, may I fly off in space just like a vulture freed from a net and instantly reach Dewa Chen, traveling beyond the countless universes in the western direction. May I see the face of Buddha, measureless light, who is actually dwelling there, and purify all my veils. May I take the splendor of the 4 kinds of birth and be miraculously born from the heart of a lotus flower. Obtaining in one instant the complete perfect body, may I receive a body endowed with all the marks and signs. If I doubt and hesitate to be born there, the blossom of the flower will not open for 500 years, but instead of it, I will be happy and content with all enjoyments, even though I will hear the word of the Buddha. May this fault of delayed meeting with the Buddha's face not happen to me. May the flower open as soon as I am born, so that I will see the face of Amitabha. May the force of my merit and magical powers, may the inconceivable clouds of offering emanate from the palms of my hands as offerings to the Buddha and his retinue. May at the moment the Tathagata stretches out his right hand, place it on my head, may I obtain his prophecy of enlightenment. Having listened to the Dharma, which is the profound and vast, may my mind ripen and be liberated. Chirizi and Vajrapani, being the principal bodhisattvas, may be blessed and guided by these two. Almost every day, countless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions come to make offerings and see Amitabha in this land. At that time, may I pay homage to all of them and obtain the nectar of the Dharma. Through my limitless magical powers, may I go in the morning towards the realm of true happiness, to the glorious land, to the land's supreme activity and dense array. May I request initiation, blessings, and vows of the Buddhas, Akshobhya, Ratnasambhava, Amoka Siddhi, Vairocana, etc. May many offerings and in the evening without any effort return to Dewa Chen itself. There are 1 billion realms of pure emanations, such as the lands of Portela, Alkavati, Kurava, and the land of Ujjain, with 1 billion Charizings, Tara, Vajrapani, and Padmasambhava. May I encounter them and make oceans of offerings, request initiations and profound pith instructions, and quickly return without any obstacle to my place in Dewa Chen. May I clearly see with my divine eye all the close friends, monks and students, and so on, and may I be able to guard and protect them, bestowing blessings at all time of their death, guiding them to this land. This fortunate eon that lasts for 1 eon equals only a single day in Dewa Chen. May I live countless Dewa Chen eons without ever dying and continuously remain in this land. From Maitreya to Mopa, the final one, may I see all the Buddhas of the fortunate eon when they appear in this world. With my magical powers, may I go to meet these Buddhas, making offerings to them and listen to their noble Dharma, and then again, without any obstacles, return to the pure land of Dewa Chen. Dewa Chen unites the totality of all qualities of the Buddha realms of the 81 billion trillion Buddhas. May I be reborn in this land of Dewa Chen, outstandingly supreme among all pure lands. The ground, which is made of jewels, is as smooth as a palm of a hand and vast, spacious and radiant, blazing with light rays. When it is pressed down, it gives way, and on lifting up, it rebounds. May I be reborn in this joyful, pleasant land of happiness. There are wish-fulfilling trees made of many jewels with leaves of fine silk and fruits ornamented with jewels. On them gather flocks of emanation birds, which chant in very agreeable ways, proclaiming the sounds of profound and vast Dharma. May I be reborn in this land of great wonders. The many rivers are of perfumed water with 8 qualities, and the water in the bathing ponds is of nectar. They are surrounded by stairs and cornices made of the 7 kinds of jewels and display fragrant lotus flowers, bearing fruit and emanating countless rays of lotus light. The tips of the light rays are adorned with emanated Buddhas. May I be reborn in this land of greatest marvel. May I be born in the land of great joy, where even the words 8 unfitting conditions or hell are unheard of, and where never any suffering is known. Neither are the 5 or 3 emotions that are like poisons, nor sickness, mental illness, enemies, poverty, quarrels, and so on. May I be born in this land of limitless qualities, where there are no men or women, no beings born from a womb, since all are noble beings born from within a lotus flower. Here all bodies are without any difference, of golden color, endowed with the marks and signs, like the top knot on their head, and so on. Possessing all 5 special powers and the 5 eyes, whatever I desire and think of. Palaces made of variety of jewels, and all enjoyments arise by themselves. No effort is necessary. All needs are spontaneously fulfilled. There is no distinction between you and me, no clinging to self. All my wishes manifest as offering clouds arising from the palm of my hand, and everyone practices the Dharma of the unsurpassable great vehicle. May I be born in this realm, source of all bliss and happiness. A fragrant breeze brings great showers of flowers, and from the trees, rivers, and lotus flowers arise heaps of clouds with all sorts of enjoyments, agreeable shapes, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches. There are no women, but an abundance of emanated goddesses. These many offering goddesses continuously present offerings. At the time when I wish to rest, jeweled palaces appear. When I wish to sleep, beautiful thrones arise, covered with many pillows and cushions of fine silk, together with birds, wish-fulfilling trees, rivers, music, and so on. When I wish to listen to them, they emanate the pleasant sound of Dharma. When I do not want, no sound is heard. Also, the ponds and rivers are exactly as I wish, cold or warm, just as it is pleasing to me. May I be born in this land where all wishes are fulfilled. The perfect Buddha, measureless light, will remain in this land for countless eons without going into nirvana. May I act as his servant for all this time. Until his passing into peace after 2 times, the number of eons as there are sands of particles in the Ganges, his teachings will remain. At that time, may I not be separated from his regent Chirizing and uphold the noble Dharma. When at dusk the sun of the Dharma is setting, the very next morning Chirizing will be the perfect Buddha. He will be the king whose light rays manifest the accumulated splendor of all noble ones. When this happens, may I see his face, make offerings, and listen to the noble Dharma. During the 66 trillion million eons that he will live, may I continuously be his servant, worship him, and uphold the noble Dharma without ever forgetting to remember his words. After he has passed into nirvana, his teachings will remain for 3 times 600 billion million eons. May I uphold the Dharma during all this time and never be separated from Vajrapani. When Vajrapani becomes the Buddha, completely reliable Tathagata, king of abundant jewel-like qualities, with a lifespan and teaching just as those of Chirizing, may we continuously be the servant of this Buddha as well, present our offerings, and uphold all the noble Dharma. When my life is over, may I instantly obtain unsurpassable perfect Buddhahood in this or one of the other pure realms. Having obtained perfect Buddhahood, may all beings, just as with Amitayas, be ripened and liberated by simply hearing my name. May there arise through countless emanations that guide sentient beings and through other means, spontaneously and without effort, a limitless benefit for all beings. The Buddha's lifespan, his merit, his qualities, and his pristine awareness, as well as his splendor, are beyond measure. It is said that someone who remembers your name, be it Dharmakaya, limitless radiance, measureless light, Amitabha, or Bhagavan, of immeasurable life and primordial wisdom, Amitayas, will be protected against all dangers through fire, water, poisons, weapons, even evildoers, demons, and so on. With the only exception of the fully ripening of previous karma, by remembering your name and prostrating, please protect us from all danger and suffering, and grant your blessing of excellent auspiciousness. Through the blessing of having mastered the three bodies of the Buddha, through the blessing of the truth of unchanging Dharmata, and through the blessing of the undivided aspiration of the Sangha, may all my prayers be accomplished just as it is wished. I prostrate to the three jewels. Hayata, Penanitsa, Draya, Awa, Bunyaya, Soha. I prostrate to the three jewels. Namo Manjushri, Namo Shashushri, Namo Udmata Shri Soha.